Yes, I finally cleaned up the lettuce. It's like a month overdue, but whatever. And then we finally got some of the last of the summer plants in. This hopefully will be a what? Noir de Carme. It's, I believe, a cantaloupe. And this is a gris de Rennes. I did leave radish flower here. And if it self-seeds, that's great. And also I left the peas, which are done, but nitrogen fixing and all that. And then over here, I plunked in a couple of pumpkins of unknown variety. We had a really good rain for a couple of days, and it happened just after I got the majority of those plants in. So that was really nice, really, really awesome. So let me continue showing you where the rest of those plants have gone. Of course, there's no guarantee that they make the transplant without dying, or something gets them before they get very far along. So this is an acorn squash, and I'm not sure, but this might be Roselle hibiscus, because it doesn't look like, because I had to reseed a couple of times because of the stinking chipmunks. So that's the only two new things in here. You can see a flower on that nasturtium that's fairly new. And then there's weeds, and that looks like another husk cherry and mollies, self-seeded. Anyway, over here we have some Italian striped zucchini. And sometimes I have multiple seeds come up, and sometimes I don't. And did I plant anything else here? Oh, the Armenian, no, Market More cucumber. And hopefully it recovers. It looks floppy at the moment. And then over here, I moved this bucket, which was further in the shade, to the sun. Doesn't look like that made a difference. This is the Armenian cucumber for the second time around, and doesn't look so great. I see that we already have a loss. Criminy. Something like the stem just got weak, or it got bit, and now it's done for. We have one more. Doesn't look very strong, but maybe it will bounce back. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to reseed again. Maybe I should do that anyway. And then over here we have a sugar baby watermelon. This one is a Haley's Best cantaloupe. And I have a couple of seeds coming up. Those were reseeded. And then this is a Minnesota midget, only one. Hopefully it makes it. And the last, not the last, beans. Some kind of beans. Dragon? No. What beans are these? Some kind of bush beans. Can't remember if they were of any particular variety. But I didn't really know where to put them, so I stuck them with the marigolds. One's over there, and one's in the other pot. And I know these marigolds can get pretty big, so I don't know how that's going to work out. The last thing in the seed tray is perhaps crimson sweet watermelon and some basil that I'm waiting to get just a tiny bit bigger. So I left it out here in the rain, which is fine. And there might be some other seeds in some of these empties that are still waiting to come up if they didn't die already. So this will be another couple of days before I finish this completely. And then it'll probably be time to put something else new for the fall. Oh yeah, I forgot. The okra. The okra went home and doesn't look very good. Let's see. I had 5 seedlings that I'm smashing of variety, several varieties. So that looks like the red Clemson spine something. And then the other ones. And then these two don't look so good. Very wilty. It's so sad. Is okra something I have time for to put seeds in directly? Maybe. I'll think about it. So those were all the things that were in that tray. And then today I had energy and time to put some seeds out. So I just seeded a couple of containers. Yeah, no, just a prayer and a dream that they make it. Let me just show you those real quick. So in here amongst these is a rosemary that's on its way. Well, it's gone. So I seeded some more seeds. And I don't know, those seeds were not the best germination rates, so we'll see if any of those come up. The Mexican mint did pretty well in the winter, some winter weather, so I filled in some more seeds to fill up the pot. But that'll probably be like something I bring in the garage. So I've been wanting these porch planter things for a while, and this isn't the ideal one that I want, but it was at the store, so I picked it up. So these, oh man, I forgot to look it up before I filmed it. Is this a begonia? Is that what this is? So this was an indoor plant that I propagated. So I stuck some out here, and if it grows, great. If not, fine. And then these are also propagated citronella scented geraniums. So it's just something to fill up the container. And then in this one, I seeded this with lettuce, 2 different kinds. One is buttercrunch and one is cimarron red. And then in the middle is radish. I should mulch this because it's going to get too hot in the mornings anyway. It's going to get at least 6 hours of sun until the porch hits it. So yeah, I should definitely mulch this. Ideally, I would have liked flowers, but I also don't want to buy those flowers. If I had forethought, then I would have grown those flowers, but that's a future me project. All right, one more pot. So I loaded up this pot with one too many seeds, but if I get 30%, that'd be a miracle. I tried to be strategic until the end, and I just scattered. All right, what you can see at least are scabiosa. In the middle is moonflower, and then more or less I've got like nicotiana. What was that other one? Can't remember. We have lupin, simosa. Nope, I thought it over and I can't remember. So I'll have a list for you. But yeah, so hopefully this comes up. I don't know how to treat this. I'm not very good at pots to begin with, and I know I didn't put fertility in this. That I remember that flowers generally don't like that. So yeah, grow. And I probably should just get it off direct sun for a little bit until they germinate, or not too much sun, maybe dappled. Yeah, maybe I'll put it underneath a tree or something. Not in the back. I think it's too shady back there. Maybe somewhere in the front that I'm looking at right now. All right, well, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's the end of June. It's kind of a rest period, I'd say, because most things are in. And if you're fall gardening, you still have another couple of weeks, maybe. So enjoy the peace. If you get water, yay. If you get too much water, boo. If you don't get water, boo. So we got that couple of days of rain, but that wasn't nearly enough for like any important things. It watered the garden for a couple of days, but if it doesn't continue, then it's going to be one heck of a summer. But the 10-day forecast calls for a little bit more drizzles going forward, so hopefully that's for real. I would really like that. Well, all right, thanks for hanging out. Talk to y'all again soon, so I'll harvest more. Bye.